right, let's do another video. I bought more perfumes. I just could not resist the temptation to buy some more perfumes, but you know what? I put thought into each and every one of these purchases, so here we go. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about affordable perfumes again. I did another mini haul because, you know, I had to get some Christmas gifts and I had to get some Christmas gifts for myself, early ones. And I had so much fun with my previous haul. I also did a video on it, so if you want to check it out, if you haven't checked it out, check it out because I talk about perfumes that are great for your wallet, okay? Let's start with Lattafa Nebras. So I really wanted to try this fragrance because one of you guys actually suggested it from the first video where I was talking about loving Eilish by Billie Eilish, but you guys said that this was the same but better or something like that. So I was like, okay, like let me go and check it out and do my little research as I usually do. Consult Fragrantica. I love it. It's great. Thank you. This does smell really similar to Eilish. So let me just explain how Eilish smells to me. Okay, like why don't we start there? It has this very interesting smell. I would say a lot of people call this vanilla, but I feel like it's vanilla with a lot going on. There's some berries in there. It's musky. There's some chocolate, you know. It's a very sweet, but also very sophisticated smell at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's a very elevated vanilla. We'll just say that it's an elevated vanilla. If you love gourmands, you'll probably like this. Okay, so now how does that compare to Lattafa Nebras? I wouldn't say they're exactly the same, but they are pretty close. Like they definitely have a very close bond. They're so similar. I'd say that cacao is, you know, way more pronounced, and maybe even like the nutmeg or praline or whatever it's supposed to be, that sort of nutty smell is also more pronounced, where Eilish, I think the more musky kind of vibe is more evident, and it's definitely less cacao, and like there's like a depth to this one where Eilish you're getting a little more variety. It's a really good dupe, absolutely gorgeous bottle, and the presentation, let me show you all the box, hold on. This is the box it came in. I love the texture. It's like a faux leather texture. This gives like holy book vibes, right? I love it. I'm not throwing this box away. I like it too much. Usually I just toss the boxes. I just like it. It's not going anywhere. I'm keeping it. Really love the fragrance. If you've never smelled Eilish, I would say that they are so similar. For a celebrity fragrance, this is actually pretty affordable considering how many mils I got. And then also for Nebras, it's Middle Eastern. This is an affordable one. Both are very good. Highly recommend because they're so delicious. I wear them basically every single day, if I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so next is Choco Musk. So Choco Musk is by Rehab. I started with the perfume oil. I did have this for quite some time now. This perfume oil is awesome. I love it. It smells so good. If you love milky chocolate, especially like those Cadbury mini eggs, that's what this reminds me of the most. This is great. And it lasts forever. Like I said, I had this and I've used this quite a bit, and I'm only like to here. And I've had this for a while now, which is really, really impressive to me. This smells so, so good. Now I will say the only thing I don't love about this one is smelling it directly. There's something about this that smells so artificial when you smell it directly. But if you put it on your wrist and you give yourself a little distance, you know, put it on your neck, you put it on your wrists, your hands are wafting, I don't know, your neck is moving. Smell it directly though, it's not that great, but I do love it. Okay, so that actually made me want to get the perfume. I was curious, I'm like, I wonder if the perfume's good. I did look at Fragrantica, and I've noticed that a lot of reviews on Fragrantica say that this is not as strong. It's kind of like watery, or like people prefer the perfume oil. I also prefer the perfume oil. This is also great. Like I use it to layer. I layer this with Eilish or Nebras, whichever one I'm wearing. I do think it's a little watery though. Like it's kind of in between that sort of like, it's so strong in alcohol as well when you spray. You got to really let it dry down to kind of get the notes. That's kind of why I like to just layer with it. But like if I were to wear anything as like a standalone, ooh, I'd probably wear the perfume oil. Now, of course, one thing about perfume oil, it's really just going on your skin, whereas this you can spray on your clothes. So that's one thing that you might want to consider. And also, it's super inexpensive. Like this, they were around the same price, which was in the $10 range. So they weren't expensive at all. So if you can get this, get it. Really awesome. Also, just a note, this is a glass bottle. So next, let's talk about Britney Spears. It's Britney, bitch. So I did delve into the world of Britney Spears fragrances. So first we have Midnight Fantasy. Midnight Fantasy, this is like a very fresh fragrance. I didn't expect it to be as fresh as it is. Like I thought it would go a little more in the direction of being like sweet and like intoxicating and like, cause it's Midnight Fantasy, right? But it's really like a shampoo. It also reminds me a lot of something that you would get from like Bath and Body Works or Victoria's Secret. Vaguely remind me of that kind of like Pure Seduction vibe, but like less sweet, if that makes sense. This is not like Pure Seduction, but it's like, it kind of gives that energy of like that sort of powdery, sort of fresh-ish vibe. Honestly, Pure Seduction smells like juice to me, but this smells like shampoo. I wouldn't say it's like 100% juvenile. I'd say it's very youthful though. If you like more of a fruity freshness, I would say it's a little like a blueberry. I don't actually know the exact notes. Okay, I'm gonna actually check and see because I am curious. Where are you, Fragrantica? Help me. It has a sweet, sugary scent that brings joy. I don't think it's that sweet. And it says it's a bright scent. It's perfect for colder weather. I would agree. It's nice for cold weather. Okay, so the top notes are plum, sour cherry, and raspberry. And then the middle notes are orchid, iris, and freesia. Freesia? I would struggle with that damn flower. Okay, and base notes are vanilla, musk, and amber. Yeah, you get those top notes really strongly. Wasn't sure about it at first, but honestly, I really like it. I wore a sweater out and it's really cold here. So I wore a sweater out and I came back, took it off and put it away because I'm trying not to wash my clothes as often. Like I'm trying to like wear my clothes, like rewear them a little bit more. And I've noticed that every time I open my drawer, I smell Midnight Fantasy. And this has been the case for days. So I feel like it's really good. Like I feel like it's strong, it lasts. If you're looking for a fresh one that's gonna be fruity and just still sweet, I wouldn't say Midnight Fantasy would probably be the best word for this, but it is really, really nice and it's very fresh and it's a great price. So you can't really go wrong, right? These things are so affordable. I would say in terms of it being a safe blind buy, I would say it's safe because you're probably gonna get some use out of it eventually, you know what I mean? I also bought a tester. So this is actually a tester bottle. There's no markings of it being a tester. The cover is there, so that's nice. It just did not have the, you know, fancy box. So that saved me some money. Okay, so the next fragrance that I got here is Prerogative. This is not my favorite fragrance, but I thought I'd just talk about it because it's supposed to be more of a haul video and like just what I think. Now, this is not a new fragrance, obviously, but you know, let's talk about it. Now, she does have a couple other variations actually for Prerogative, and this is supposed to be a unisex fragrance. Top notes are apricot, goji berries, pink pepper. Middle notes are coffee, saffron, and red lily, and the base notes are sandalwood and amberwood. I love Black Opium by YSL. I think some people would compare this to that. The bottle does remind me a little bit of the Black Opium bottle where you have like that sort of black, you know, outer, and then you have the little see-through middle. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of giving those vibes. When did this come out? 05? This came out in 2018. I actually thought that this was older. I thought this was mid-2000s. Not that familiar with Britney Spears' music, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Prerogative is a song that she has, right? My Prerogative or something. So I figured maybe this would have been from the 2000s. Honestly, it's nice. Like, I could see why people would love this. It's just, there's something about it that I would love more coffee, and I love the addition of vanilla in this. Like, I feel like that would have been a lot better. Like, is this notes thing even reliable? I have no idea. This is supposed to be a vanilla fragrance. It doesn't say there's vanilla in these notes here, but there's obviously vanilla that's described as being vanilla. I like that coffee smell, so I would have loved a little more coffee in this, and I think that would have made me like this a little more. It just has, I think the florals in it, they're just doing a little too much for me. I don't know if it's like the lily, the red lily. I don't know what red lily is supposed to be like in comparison to normal lily. I don't know. There's something just too floral for me. I'll see how I can maybe layer with it or, you know, make it useful. But like I said, for the price, it is pretty decent. It's very affordable fragrances here. So you really can't go wrong if it is a blind buy and you don't really like it. It's an interesting fragrance. Like I said, it's not my favorite, but I could see why people would love it. It definitely has that sweetness, but it has the florals. Like there's a little bit of that gourmand, very sweet, vanilla. There's coffee, but it smells so little coffee. It's like decaf. And then you have that like the florals. I feel like YSL Black Opium is very complex, where this is like more basic. which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Like, you know, between these two, I think I would say Midnight Fantasy is better just because I really, really enjoy the freshness of it. And also, I mean, this doesn't affect the fragrance, I guess, but I love the bottle. I love these bottles. Like, there's so many fantasy varieties that Britney Spears has released. I'm not really sure why there's so many of them. I do kind of want to try each and every one of them just for, you know, just because of curiosity. But I really love this bottle, like almost like 1960s look to it, right? It has that kind of, it's really, really cute. It's really nice on my vanity. The last fragrance I have here, yes, it's gonna be a pretty quick video. I didn't like buy that much stuff, but Club de Nuit Woman. So this fragrance, this is another fresh one. This is supposed to be a dupe of Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. Let me look at the notes here. Top notes are orange, bergamot, grapefruit, and peach. Middle notes are rose, jasmine, lychee, and geranium. And base notes are patchouli, musk, vanilla, and vetiver. Okay, so honestly, I probably know what like 5 of those things actually smell like. I don't know what vetiver smells like. It's fresh, it's clean, it's feminine. I wouldn't say it's necessarily girly because it does feel a little more mature. How do they compare? This is a lot sweeter and this is a lot fresher. A lot fresher. Does that make a lot sweeter? Like this almost feels more citrusy in comparison, and this feels just like that citrus is like toned down. It's not a very big noticeable difference, but I wore this for the whole day and it did last. It lasted many hours, so I think the longevity is really good. The longevity of this, it's okay. It's not the best longevity. I think actually maybe one of the varieties of this one might be a bit better. I forgot which one, like I think there's like an intense version. I think that one has better longevity than this one, but this one definitely lasted really long. Now, in terms of fragrances and how they compare, because there is a very big price difference, even with the mils in consideration, I would say this one, you can notice it does smell a little cheaper than this one. I would say this is still a really good option and you really can't go wrong. But this is just fresher. It smells cleaner. It smells more expensive because it is, you know what I mean? But I will say though, when it comes to presentation in the bottle, even though this is like an iconic design, this bottle is like a beast. It's heavy, like it's heavy. It's beautiful. It has Club de Nuit etched on the side, etched on the bottom. Again, with the side etching is really nice because I just, you know, put it in like a book. You know what I mean? This is really fresh. It definitely has more of a mature smell. Like I think Chanel fragrances are a little bit like that to begin with. Coco Mademoiselle is definitely more suitable for Mademoiselles. It's not giving Madame. Like it's definitely more accessible if you're younger, like if you don't want to smell like an older woman. If I had to pick between the two in scent profile alone, I would pick Coco Mademoiselle because I prefer that freshness. Now, if I had to pick based on price, I'd pick this obviously, because this is like a banger for the price. I mean, you're getting all of this. There's 105 mils, 30 mils. I mean, do the math, right? But I absolutely love Vanilla Romance by Bath & Body Works. It's just a body spray. Honestly, this does not last that long, unfortunately, but I love it. It smells so good, and I love layering it with eyelash. I was able to finally get the, what is this? Body butter. Depending on the line, they do have like butters, creams, and lotions, so they are all different. But I finally got the body butter for this. I love it. I just love it. Really hydrating. I don't think it's very greasy. It smells so good. I love layering this with gourmands. So I would also suggest if you are into gourmands, or even if you're not, just whatever you like, try to pick up like a body butter to go with your fragrances. Oils and like perfume oils, body butters, things like that. They help your fragrances last longer. But yeah, basically that's it. But before I go, let me very quickly talk about teriaq. So I talked about this in my previous video without even realizing that the perfumer for this perfume has also perfumed other things that I actually like. It's actually like a known perfumer, but I'm actually happy that I didn't know that it was a known perfumer, so that I wasn't like, you know, biased in like my opinion of it. I still don't like it. I still don't like it, but I will say it does smell a little less annoying, but I don't know if it's because like I haven't been, you know, re-traumatized yet. I just don't love it, guys. I'm still selling it. I actually just forgot to put up an ad for it, but basically I still don't like it. But I just wanted to bring that up because I was like, I feel like I flamed this perfume And I will say that the perfumer has made other perfumes that I like, including Good Girl, I think by Carolina Herrera, which I mentioned in the previous video of like liking. So I just wanted to clarify. Also, Teriaq Intense is coming out. So I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'll like that one because I looked at the notes and I'm like, this looks promising. There's no leather boot, you know, dipped in soy sauce vibe. I think that's gonna come. So I don't know, maybe this will be redeemed for me. I guess we'll wait and see. Yeah, because she needs redemption because I do not like this. But anyway, that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and let me know your thoughts. Have you tried any of these fragrances? Do you want to try them? You know, let me know. I always love to hear what you think because sometimes I am reading those like Fragrantica, like, you know, reviews and I'm like, what is going on? I mean, sometimes they're super like spot on, but sometimes they can even ruin a perfume for you. You know what I mean? Like if I like this and someone said that, I'd be like, oof, you know what I mean? But anyway, that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.